Hello everyone, this is Josh from Risk's Ranches recording a quick intro for the video we are going to be shooting today. I did have a full intro for this video along with some of the footage, and well, something happened where I lost the footage. I don't know if it got on my computer and I accidentally deleted it there, or it got deleted off the phone before I made this video. I only have a couple recording phones, and videos like this take a lot of footage, so I sometimes have to clean out the phone after recording some of it. And I very well could have deleted it thinking that I put it on my computer when I didn't, but I am going to record an intro for this video. In this video, we're going to be working on my 1989 Pontiac Firebird. Now, you guys know this thing from when we picked it up out of a field, got it running and driving for the first time since around 2017, 2018 is when we believe it was parked. Put a fuel pump in the back seat and drove the thing home. Now, don't get me wrong, it did pretty darn good for a car that we pulled out of a field where it sat for a long time, but it does need some help to be a good daily driver. And that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. We're going to be fixing the things that are wrong with it, the fuel pump, the alternator, the serpentine belt, and then we're going to be doing some routine maintenance, plugs, wires, oil change, things like that to get this thing actually running and driving the way it should, and then I can start using it as a daily driver. Now, I did put an alternator on this thing along with a new serpentine belt. That was some of the footage that was lost. I'm sure you guys can figure out what an alternator replacement looked like. It was 3 bolts, I popped it off, I popped it on, then I threw the new belt on it. After I put that alternator in, I lifted up the rear hatch and I pulled all the carpet off the back to cut an access panel for the fuel pump in this car. But without me spoiling anything else, let's get right into the video. We're going to pick up right when I'm getting ready to cut a hole in the back of this thing to put the fuel pump in it. So let's get into it. All right, well, look away now if you're sympathetic to these cars, because I'm going to cut apart a really clean trunk right now. Now, if you're ever cutting anything, make sure you're wearing eye pro and ear pro. This stuff does get loud. But now that we're in here, I did bump the top of the tank just a little bit here and there, but it ain't nothing to worry about. So now we're going to blow this out here because this is all dust that I don't want to go into the tank. And then we're going to pop this fuel sending unit out a little bit, chop these lines right past this brace right here. Then we're going to do the same to the not donor one, the new one. And then we're going to join them with some hose, and hopefully whenever I pop this thing off here, I look inside this tank and it's not in bad shape. So let's go do that right now. Normally it works just fine. That was pretty well roached. Whoa, it's still got gas in it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd say there's a reason that wasn't working. It's not amazing. There's nothing the whole way through. When it gets down farther, it cleans up a fair bit. But, I mean, it's a little bit ugly. Don't get me wrong. I'm probably going to scrub what I can out of this and suck it up. But, I mean, I've seen worse. All right, so I got this thing wired in enough to test it. The fuel pump did kick on, so I'm gonna tighten that ring on the top, and then I'm gonna throw like 5 gallons of gas in it and a bunch of injection cleaner. And then hope and pray that this thing starts up and actually charges now. So let's see what happens. Great googly moogly. The question is the fuel level sensor gonna work now? Oh my God, there is orange juice coming out of this. Oh. Oh my God. That's why I wanted to disconnect it till it clears itself up.
Oh my God. I'm a gooping pooper. Did you watch the video?
All right, so now this thing should just run. right, it's running good. It's not leaking anywhere. We're gonna throw some injector cleaner in it and Marvel Mystery Oil. All right, so it's the next day. I'm in a little bit more comfy clothes. If I'm talking, you'll hear diesel in the background because my buddy over there bought a 7.3 IDI. Don't worry, that will be a video. I don't know if it's gonna come out before or after this one, but we're working on them at the same time. We got a great deal on that turd. He's working on his box. I'm working on my. So now what we're gonna do is a bunch of routine maintenance on this thing before we really go crazy with it. I know I said I was gonna drive it, but I lied. I did drive it a little bit last night, just around the block, just seeing how it drove. It drove all right, but I really do need to change the oil on it. I've got plugs, wires, coil pack, a distributor cap. I've got all that stuff. Just give this thing a basic tune-up, and then I need to clean up the insulation of that fuel pump. I'm not gonna do it with the wire ties and everything like that. I'm gonna actually put good connectors on there, put a piece of metal over it, reassemble all the interior. So let's get right into it. Don't yell at me for using cheap oil. I'm gonna use this cheap oil, run it for a couple hundred miles, then put good oil in it. But it's gonna flush it out. All right, so it runs. I got oil pressure back. While I'm letting that sit, letting all the oil drain down, I'm going to go and do the plugs, the wires, the distributor cap, the coil, all that stuff. So now let's do that. Goddamn tool. Oh, look at that vacuum. All right, well, it's got new plugs, mostly. There was one that I couldn't get out because it's in a really bad spot. It's got all new wires. I didn't put the coil on it because it was kind of a pain in the butt to get to, and it does run just fine with it. It's got a new rotor and a new cap, so now this thing should just fire right up. All right, now I'm gonna clean up all my mess under here because we're pretty much done under here. And then we'll move on to reassembling the interior and take it for a ride. Actually, you know what? I've got a different plan. I'm gonna move this thing over here to start cleaning out the interior and everything like that. And I believe this video has basically gone on long enough. I am going to take this thing out for a drive, but between the clip now of me doing this and then the clip of me driving it, I'm going to have cleaned this interior because I took it around the block to move it, and just all the rat poop and all the dust and everything was blowing in my eyeballs. It's just not really that enjoyable to drive it with all this crap in here. So I'm gonna do a video of us cleaning the inside of this thing, cleaning the outside of this thing. Then I will record a video of us driving it, so that way you guys aren't just left with just some mechanicking and no driving. So I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, it's a couple days later. The interior is cleaned, and yes, I did clean an interior, then let my white husky into a nice clean and black interior because you only live once, and he's my boy. He's back. Oh boy, you're gonna take a cruise and get some lunch, huh? Yeah, you excited? Yeah? Make this car smell like you now? It's one that smells really nice. Don't pee in it, shithead. Love you though. And now I haven't finished setting everything up, but yeah, I do have a few things. I have the Bluetooth, I have the tire pressure monitor that I haven't set up, I have my phone mount. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. It's actually kind of a nice livable interior now, not just a rat-infested poop hole. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Draco, do you want to be part of my brain rot? But yeah, you probably don't want to go in the back. There's no windows back there for you to stick your head out of. Oh yeah, he likes it. I think it's got the Draco stamp of approval. We'll get some lunch with him and then air up these tires, and I'll run him home, and we'll take this thing out to a little park that we take the Buick out to every now and then, get some beauty shots of it driving by, and then call this video good. Matt has demolished his chicken tenders, and now he's searching for more. This is the greed they talk about in the Bible, Draco. Fatty. 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 Hey, you're fat. You big bag. Quit drooling everywhere.
Disconnected.
Just a great looking car. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna cruise on back home without you guys. I'm gonna listen to some tunes that I can't listen to whenever, you know, you guys are recording because I'll get copyright struck. And then, like I said, we'll film an outro. This thing is running and driving great now, dude. Apart from the fact that the smog pump is 100% squeaking now. I don't remember if I showed it whenever I did the upload of us rescuing this thing, but the smog pump, when we first got it and first got it running, we had to tap it a few times to get it to unstick. I think it's finally kicking the bed, or I think it's finally shitting the bed. So we're gonna need a smog pump for it, which is probably just gonna get a delete kit. This thing doesn't need smog anymore. You know, in Iowa they don't have smog, and this thing is old enough anyways where it's probably not going to have to pass it, even if I go to a state that has smog. So, but I mean, a smog pump is at least my concern. I was really worried up there when I was hearing that tapping. It was like it was a valve hanging up, or out of lash, or a push rod going flat, or the camshaft wiping out. So I'm glad to know it's none of that. It's just a simple smog pump, which I'm sure is like a $50 delete kit. So like I said, I'm gonna cut back home, and then I'll film an outro for you guys. Kaboom. And well, just like that, we have a perfectly reliable daily driver now. Now, this thing is not perfect. I cannot take it for super long drives yet because these tires are completely junk. They are really badly weather checked. I need some new ones, but this thing is a hell of a lot better than it was before, and I know exactly what I need to do to it to actually make it a perfect daily driver. It's a great daily driver right now, but I can make this thing perfect. Like I said, now that I know it runs and drives great and doesn't have a really big transmission issue, a rear end issue, an engine issue, it doesn't overheat, it drives perfectly. I can, you know, throw some money into getting the air conditioning working. Like I said, throw tires on it, bleed the brakes, you know, clean it up a little bit, and just know that I have really, at this point, no giant things going wrong with it. Like I said earlier, there are a few mechanical things to take care of. That front passenger side brake works better than this side. I don't know if there's an air bubble in it or this caliper is getting a little bit old. And like I was saying earlier, there is a squeak with this thing. I'm pretty sure the smog pump itself is dying, so I'll show you guys here. I'm sure you guys can hear it. It's over here. Like I said, whenever we first rescued this thing out of the field where we got it from, I had to tap on that smog pump to get it to unstick. So I'm sure that smog pump needs replaced. But thankfully, like I said earlier, this thing does not have to pass smog in my state, so I can just buy a delete pulley, you know, cap off the lines, just run a little pulley blank right there so I can still use the brand new belt that I just put on it and call it good. And well, that right there is where this video is going to end. Like I said, we've made great progress with this car. It is actually a good daily driver now. I've actually been taking it to work for the past like week, daily driving it, and it's not had any big issues. It doesn't brake fully straight. It has that squeaking pulley, but this thing has been reliably driving to work for 5 or 6 days now. So for a $500 car that basically just needed a alternator, a serpentine belt, and a fuel pump, that's a pretty big win. That's a big win for any car, especially in this day and age for a $500 beater. It's an even better win when it's something that is pretty darn neat. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a Fox body guy, a Chevy guy, a Ford guy, whatever you are, these things, at least in my mind, are pretty cool. And well, without me rambling along anymore, like I said, that's where this video is going to end. We took this $500 car that ran and drove sort of with some stipulations and turned into an actually good daily driver. And like I said, we still have plenty of things to do to make this thing nice, but that will be uploaded in a future video. Everything I do to this car will always be found here on this channel. And without further ado, this was Josh from Riskers and Wrenches working on my $500 1989 Pontiac Firebird and making it a good running and driving car that I can daily to work. Now, if you guys really like this car behind me, the video of us getting this thing running and driving it home from its hole that it sat in is on the channel. I will put it on the end card of this video, so that way if you guys have never seen this car before and you want to see how it got here, you guys can catch up with that. If you guys did like this video, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Do you want to see me do performance upgrades of this thing? Do you want to see me work on the yellow Firebird more? Like I showed my buddy's old IDI over there. I've got my $1,000 F-150. I have a bunch of projects and I have a bunch of things I want to do to all of them. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys want to see next. Now, while you guys are down there, if you wouldn't mind clicking that subscribe button if you aren't already, click that notification bell if you want to be notified whenever I upload a new video. I normally upload videos every Friday, 3 o'clock, 3:30-ish my time. I don't know exactly what time that is for you. If it's a Buick video that I paint for every holiday, I upload it on the day of the holiday. And well, without me rambling along anymore, like I said, this was Josh from Riskers and Wrenches. I hope you guys are having a good day, night, week, whatever it is. I hope you guys are having a great one and hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out and goodbye. I didn't want to be the guy that, you know, filmed random children without their consent. That'd probably put me on a watch list somewhere.
Mr. nicknames his private member Lazarus because he has risen from